After a stretch of rain and cloudy skies, we woke to sunlight pouring through the windows, and we just couldn't resist stepping outside again. We spent a quiet morning in the garden, soaking it all in. The wildflowers are really beginning to show off now, a little patch of beauty that's grown outside almost by accident after a little bit of neglect. Between the renovation dust and the kitchen projects, you've barely had time to tend to the outside, but somehow it's still blooming. That's one of the loveliest things about June, the way that the garden comes alive without asking for much. I love peeking out from the front sitting room, coffee in hand, and just watching the flowers sway and listening to that beautiful bird song. It reminds me often to pause and to notice these lovely little things in our lives. And I think it's good for the children too, to run, to explore, to just be outside without structure and without hurry. There's something deeply grounding in these quiet outdoor moments, and I'm learning not to take them for granted. I really love these slow, unhurried moments for the children. It's just us out here with no toys and no plans, just nature and whatever we find around us. In honour of having a slightly more functioning kitchen instead of something that is completely unusable and completely clogged with boxes, we still have boxes here, this honestly feels like nothing compared to what we've been living in. So in honour of that, I am going to switch on my oven for the first time in a long time and try and bake some chocolate chip muffins. Just for fun, because it's been so long since I've done anything like that. Today we're making one of our favourite treats, chocolate chip muffins. With the kitchen slowly coming together, I wanted to take advantage of the space and time to make something homemade for the family, and honestly anything with chocolate chips in it, or chocolate in general, keeps all of us happy, the children, myself and my husband too. We were unfortunately out of eggs, so these are egg-free, but they still turned out so soft and fluffy. After a few weeks of living off mostly processed foods during the renovation, this feels like such a nice little reset. Something simple and warm from the oven. And the best part is they come together so easily. I'm so excited to be back into the kitchen today. Even though it's not finished, we don't have worktops really, and we don't have painted walls, and all the little details aren't quite finished yet. But it's so nice to be back in here and enjoy this space just a little bit more. So here's what you'll need for the chocolate chip muffins: 160 grams or about 3/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, 400 grams of all-purpose flour, and around 3 1/4 cups, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 120 grams of chocolate chips, plus a few more for the tops, 300 grams of milk, a third a cup of neutral oil. You can use peanut oil or vegetable oil, a third a cup of melted unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice. I'm using lemon juice today, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. All you're going to do is in a large bowl add your sugar, salt and chocolate chips. Sift in the flour, baking powder and baking soda, give it all a good mix until well combined, and set it aside. In another large bowl or a jug, mix together the milk, oil, melted butter, vinegar and vanilla. Stir until it's smooth and fully combined. Now you're going to slowly pour the wet mixture into the dry ingredients, using a whisk to bring everything together. Be careful not to overmix, the batter should be thick but smooth. And then I switch to a spatula at the end to finish folding gently. Next, it's time to divide the batter evenly between the 12 muffin cases. And you want to fill each one almost to the top for that classic tall muffin shape. Sprinkle a few extra chocolate chips on top if you like to. Bake in a preheated oven at 210 degrees or 410 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. And reduce the temperature to 185 or 365. And bake for another 13 minutes or until they're golden and a toothpick comes out clean. Let them cool in the pan for about 15 minutes, then transfer to a rack to cool. They're soft, chocolatey and perfect for sharing or keeping all to yourself. A brand new day, and lately I've been enjoying the feeling of slowing down again, just enough to make a proper coffee in the Moka pot. There's something kind of grounding about it. If you've never used one, it's simple. Water in the bottom, coffee in the middle, and as it heats up on the stove, the pressure pushes the coffee through to the top. You can hear it bubbling when it's ready. It's not fancy, but it always feels like a small little moment to pause. I haven't been able to use the stovetop for a while. It's been packed away with the rest of the kitchen during the renovation, so it feels really good to stand here this morning hearing that familiar sound again. Today's main task is laundry. The washing machine has finally been fixed into the kitchen and I am catching up. There's so much. With toddlers and a baby, it really doesn't take long for the laundry baskets to overflow. It's clothes and bibs and towels and sheets. And to be honest, I don't mind the washing or even the drying. It's the putting away I avoid every time. I'll fold things and stack them neatly and then walk away and leave them for days. No idea why, but lately I've been trying something new. I set a timer and make a deal with myself. No starting a new load until the last one is completely done. Put away, not just folded. It's a strict rule, but it works for me. Well, mostly. I also try to make the task feel a little softer. A cup of something warm, maybe some music or a podcast in the background. And if the children are content or napping, it's actually a quiet little window in the day. Sometimes I fold by the window or near some plants, though they're definitely looking a little bit neglected too. Everything's been a bit neglected lately, and that's just how life goes in seasons. But today, we are catching up bit by bit. If you're also staring down a pile of laundry or dishes, or just feeling a bit behind, maybe try making it into something gentle, something almost enjoyable. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to get done, slowly, kindly, and one step at a time. You are doing better than you think. So that's the day, just a bit of catching up, a bit of quiet, and a few small comforts in between madness. Nothing fancy, just everyday life, and I'm grateful for it. Thanks for being here with me.